This is Lou, and it is the 2nd of May. And I walked earlier, but I just didn't get much walking in, okay? I just got 1.1 miles, and that was probably with all the walking I did in the house, so. It's nice to have this pavement to walk on, even though it's not perfect. I was just thinking about my driveway. My property there in Colorado. It's down a dirt road. And then the driveway is, of course, a dirt road. And then when the water runs through it, that's a movie, right? I haven't seen it. I know people use that for an expression. Anyway, so there are some ruts and some slanting going down the driveway. And then you don't want people, you need to put a sign out there. You don't want people driving down the driveway when it's muddy, because they will not get in, or they might not get out. And these big old trucks from the UPS would be coming down there. They should know better. But sometimes you got a different driver every other day. Not that we had deliveries every other day, but you know what I mean, every other delivery. There are a lot of different drivers. I used to deliver flowers. I was really good at finding addresses. And then I delivered pizza in Texas, in Perryton, Texas. I gotta fix that gate. To find something that we can latch so that we shut the gate and we can latch it shut, because the wind just knocks it open. Okay, slow down, little girl. Okay. Maybe I'll get on the sidewalk. Yes, I should get on the sidewalk. Okay. It's just that it goes up and down. I don't like that. Okay. Well, I haven't had a chance to do the reading yet today. I don't know how much I'm going to stumble over that. I sure stumbled over the first chapter, because those were unfamiliar words, and I don't know what they mean. So a lot of times, really what you should do, actually, they probably have already looked it up for you, and it's in a footnote telling you what that word means. I just didn't even look at that. But nevertheless, if you really want to know what they're saying, you gotta sometimes look up the meaning of the words, because otherwise I'm just sitting there in the dark, not knowing. Yeah. Well, let's pray that summer is not too hot this year out on the property, because there's a lot of work to be done, and it's hard to do anything when it's so hot. So you work in the spring and the fall, and you work early in the morning, or you work at night, depending on what you need to do. Like some of the farmers, that their tractors have got headlights on them so they can see what they're doing. So at night, when it's cooler, they go out and work the fields. I mean, they work them during the day too, and then sometimes they're working so many hours and they're on a deadline or something, so then they're working all the time. So there is work to be had if you're willing to go do it. But in that neck of the woods where I live, there's farming, cattle ranching, like you'd work as a hand. Like the guy that we bought hay from, he has a hired hand. that works with him all the time. Wow. Take care of your bodies, guys. I don't think you need to run. I mean, everybody's got their different opinion, but I don't really think you need to run. I don't know about when you're younger, you know, but walking is good for a lot of the different things. You don't need to run. And like you don't need to jar your meat off your bones, which could happen. I had to get off the road real quick there. It was like a silent coming in. Here he came. Okay, so, yeah, my toes. I put on my tennis shoes thinking that would be better than my moccasins. I'm gonna have to get the right shoes for walking. These might be walking shoes. Ow. Back up on the sidewalk. Yeah, we can go play. Go play with the land. Is this the mailman? It is. Mail person. She's a mail person. Mail woman. I think she had either an injury or surgery or something. Because we found out yesterday she doesn't deliver packages, just mail. We just sent. We have some things we took to the post office to send back. And instead of sending them back where they were supposed to send them, they brought them back to us. So I had a visit with a different mail person yesterday, and he was saying that, I can't even remember exactly what he said. Like I said, it was either an injury or recovering from, I don't know. Nevertheless, hard to do your job. You know, it's good that they take care of it like that. Yeah, that lawn's gonna look real nice. Ah, my bones, them bones, them bones. All right, I'm gonna see if you can see the flags. The other day they were just hanging low because the wind wasn't blowing that day. But it's blown quite a bit. Really. It's like, okay. Well, hopefully those lilies are going to look beautiful. Hopefully they will come in pretty soon. I want to see them. Yeah, I want flowers that are gonna grow and be beautiful and stay beautiful all summer long. Yeah, I got a lot of thinking to do. Yeah, I need to get back on those smoothies pronto. So for this time, they're going to have stuff, different stuff. Okay, so I just had a smoothie. I don't think I told you guys what was in it. If I did, I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta slow down. Just trucking right along, you know. Do you see that? Can't be doing that. Okay, so smoothie. My smoothie had a lesser version of blueberries. That was the first layer. So let's see, blueberries, and then I used the strawberries that we had left. We didn't have that many left. So that goes on the grocery list up on the fridge. So I've already written it on there. Need some strawberries. Okay. Found out they're really good for you. And they also help you lose weight. And they are good. I'm pretty sure it was one of berries. A lot of different berries are on the list for fighting cancer. Now my legs hurt. I just had some water, but my mouth is really dry. Because yes, I did. I indulged. It's good to be walking. Wow. My birthday's coming, guys. Tripping. It's gonna be a trip. But see, I'm already there, halfway there, whatever. I passed, I don't know how that works. I was gonna say I passed my 69th year. I gotta have some water. Anyway, I turn 70 May 28th. I do not know what time of day I was born. I wonder if Dad does. I'll have to ask him. Anyway, the sun's disappearing. There's probably just these shades. But I must have some water. I'm gonna leave this door open for a minute. Okay. Put you right there. I don't know that I need my glasses. Okay. I know. Forget about you guys, huh? No, I didn't. I did have my head somewhere else for a minute, though. There's a lot going on in my head these days. And yes, need to go walk just a little bit more because I have not walked in so long. I believe I was comparing the pavement out there to my driveway, which my driveway's slanted and it's got a rut or two in it, you know, from where the water ran through it. And then also sliding. I don't know what's happened this last winter because I haven't been there, but I know what happened during the years I was there. When it has, when there is a lot of rain, then yeah, you might be a little stuck for a minute. Otherwise, you're going to make a big old mess out there. So if you don't have to drive, you don't want to have to, you know, you drive if you have to. Going to get water from the well. You want to plan ahead. You watch the weather. You see what the weather's going to do. You keep track of how much water you got. And really, the thing to do would be have a, well, I get caught up in the thing to do because really, you need a good plumbing system where you've got pressurized water, where you don't have, just make life a lot easier to have running water, not have to go run to the well. The well is 1,500 feet away. Yeah, I think moving the house over to the well might be a ticket. Somehow put the house over the well. Have it come right up in the house. No, there was a place. Whose was that? Oh, somebody who got one of our dogs. Lived over close by Downs, but in another town over. He had, was it wolves? I think he might have had wolves. Anyway, his well was inside his house, okay? So he could open up a door and just go right into the room where the well was. That would just be wonderful. And then have it hooked up to electricity so you don't have to worry about a damn generator. Excuse me. These are things we have to fix. These are things you want to attend to. Figure out where you want your house. You gotta see, the building is on the side where the power is not. And Joe seems to think that we can get some type of a, I don't know what you would call it, because I'm thinking of a big old claw, grab onto, like our building. We built our building, came as a kit. We did the cement foundation pad, okay? I think it was about 6 inches, at least 6 inches thick. As far as I know, we did overkill on that. We did really good on that. And then we put these panels together, this metal together, like a puzzle. That was a trip. I'm just, putting it out there. But I had one time I thought about putting a tiny home in there. And then other items, other things came to mind, as in marijuana. We knew some people, so they, anyway, we built a building inside our building, which is to help with insulation. I mean, you lost a lot of room in the building, but inside the building is a square wood building that's built, and it can be, because it's insulated also, and it could be a tiny home. I mean, if you wanted it to be a little tiny home, it would be tiny, because the building is supposed to be 20 feet wide by 30 feet deep. Okay, so a rectangle. And we lost 2 feet all the way around the back and the two sides because we had to square it up. The building was round, the top was round, and so when we built the building inside, we made it square. So we had to stop at a certain height because the wall was there. But good insulation because of the airspace, and it was insulated also. I mean, it was wood and then it was insulated. I don't know how thick they went on the insulation, but it was the not the spray-on kind. It was the old-fashioned, where you roll it out and you staple it together on the wood. But it's a nice little building. And I started out with the part where you could grab it. If you had the right equipment, you could just, Joe was saying, you could just grab onto that cement slab and pull it over to the other side of the property where the power is. We got power over there, and yet we went up on the hill. And I don't like being up on the hill either. I would rather be down in the valley. He did that because of We had had like a flood situation, but it all ran off. The flood was way down below us because of the slope. I mean, we had a little sloppy sit there for a little while, but it was only one time. I think they do that like one every 100 years or something. I'm exaggerating. However, I've been looking at property for a long time, and so there are some properties that are in flood, a flood plain or something like that. But it's usually something that happens once in 100 years. So you don't plan every day and every year after that one incident. You just plan a way to get around that incident, I guess. So in that sense of the word, up on the hill would be cool. But the thing I don't like is there's no trees. Very few trees anyway. I'd be planting me some big old trees if I had the money. You know, they have equipment that does that, and they have nurseries that have that. But it takes time to grow trees. So that's not something that I have time to do unless I happen to live when Jesus comes again. And that will be he's going to usher in the second coming is going to usher in the millennium. After a lot of stuff is going to happen. Yeah. If we keep on reading like we've been reading, we'll be figuring out some stuff, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's coming. But it's going to be interesting. In other words, I know there's some other things I haven't finished, but maybe you guys could look them up and finish them. Because I don't think I finished Ether. Pretty sure I did not finish Ether, and I should. It's just I read enough stuff that I didn't like in that little book called Mormon. My goodness. That's something else. So, it's all about war. Continual war. And both sides were savages. Because that's the way you have to be when you're in war. And these people, the Lamanites, are killing you if they spot you. So, I mean, you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your liberty and you're fighting for your life. And so you have no choice but to fight. I get lost in the thoughts. Anyway, I'm excited with a few things going on. There are some good things happening. Matilda's over there just a dancing away, and that's that tree, okay? That beautiful, perfect tree over there. She's over there just doing this number here. She's a pine tree, big fat pine tree. And it's been trimmed down below so you can walk underneath it. I don't know if you can walk. I'm going to get technical, you know, but you can see underneath it. You can mow underneath it very good. Okay. So, I know. I wanted to walk some more. How come I didn't? The wind. Here comes another car. Yeah. So I was going to read, and I probably still will. I gotta go potty and all that good stuff. No, I don't. Okay, so I could probably delete this part right here where I'm being all quiet and stuff and then saying my wrong words. Say your right words. Do you know what movie that's from? I'm not real good at playing a game because I was thinking about that, you know. First time I saw Harry Potter, I went with my daughter and my granddaughter to the movies. I was at Jessica's house and we didn't live in the same town, okay? We haven't really for a long, long time. But Jessica and Carly and me went to the movies. And it was Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone. And it must have been like the grand opening, whatever, something. And I didn't know anything about the books. And so we get to the movie theater, and there's all these kids, and they're all wearing those robes, black robes, with their witch's hat. I didn't know anything about that. But I do love Harry Potter. Part of it, you know, the fight between good and evil. If you watch all of the movies, basically that's what it is. Arm yourself with the power of God. He will protect you. Because you call on that power. You can use that power with your faith. You know, if you're in trouble, there's some bad spirits around you, you call on the power of God. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sitting here rocking. Where are we at in the scheme of things? 2732. Probably making you dizzy, rocking back and forth. I remember doing that when I had a baby. You know, just rocking her back and forth. Back and forth. She wasn't a tiny baby either. She was little compared to what she is now, but she was not tiny, is my point. My little girl. My little sweetheart. Okay, so I really should be out there walking some more. Maybe I will. I just needed water. That's why I came in here. Didn't really want to stop yet. I was having trouble with my storage. I guess that's what you would call it. I'm going to pick you up. I'll leave my glasses here. Anyway, I had not been getting those updates. I guess I should shut that door because cats want to come in. So what did I say? Updates. And so when Nancy was here, she was telling me, yeah, if you don't get your updates, then that can mess up everything. You know, it was telling me that I had used all my storage and all this stuff when really I hadn't. So that seemed to go away after that update was put on. I need to take classes on all this stuff. It's like, geez. Gee willikers. I got that gee willikers from Carly, and I believe she got that from, was it SpongeBob? I don't know, but gee willikers, I like that. Wherever it came from. So anyway, that movie was the beginning of my trip with Harry Potter. That was probably, I mean, I know it was the first movie, but I'm wondering if it just barely came out right then, because all the rage, all the kids in their robes and stuff, you know. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Oh, here we go. Just need to remember to stay the course. Stay the course. Slow and steady. Hi, you are currently being recorded. That's what that said. And I think I better get up here on the sidewalk. I just don't want to walk on the sidewalk. But anyway, the sidewalk is much better than my driveway. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Happy trails to you until we meet again. That was a trip. That duck was on top of that roof, right on the peak, you know, and it seemed like it was in the same spot more than one day. I mean, as I was going by, it must have just come back because it really was a duck. I could not tell because my eyes are not the best, and I couldn't tell if it was robotic, you know. right on the peak, right on the top. It would move its head around. And this one time that it was sitting. So this one time it stands up, turns around, and then sits back down. So I still couldn't tell. It was a duck, a real duck. And then shortly after that, these two ducks come flying through the neighborhood, down low to the ground. Or, you know, down by my head, not low to the ground. So these two ducks just came soaring. Okay, right here. See, this is the street. So right down the middle of the road are these two ducks that go flying. Understand? After I was talking about the ducks on the roof over here. Just kind of trippy. Dum da 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 dum, da 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 da, do 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 do, da 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 da. Okay, that's a pretty car. That's a Subaru. All right, so that's a Subaru. Real cute, real cute. I don't know what kind of car I'd want if I had my choice. That'd be a trip, wouldn't it? I just don't think I could be driving a Tesla. I'd probably kill myself or kill somebody else around me. That thing took off like an airplane. Like, wow. My brother always bought Corvettes. He had a thing about Corvettes. And this one time, I don't know why, we were driving. I was with him in his Corvette. And he let me drive. Wanted me to drive, probably because he was worried about going to sleep. I don't know. But damn. The wind is really blowing. I'm driving along, right? And all it took was just a little titch, and you're in the other lane. I'm not kidding you. I hardly moved it at all. I just smelled fire. Someone's got a fire burning. I like the smell. And again, I will go back on the sidewalk, and I think I'll go in this time. It's just I do need to do some walking. So I'm getting some. I need to be careful with myself, so I'm going to try to be wise. There's a paver that needs to go over there. Dum. No. No words. No words. Okay. La la la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Oh my darling, I love you, and I always will. Okay, see, so out here, I don't know how much you guys saw in the past, you know, when I was sitting out here at my desk, but right now, I'll just show you around the sides here. Those shelving units, that's great. It's wonderful. There's shelves all the way around. And over here and up there. Okay? But this room was like totally full of stuff. There was a couple pianos and an organ and all kinds of other things. So it still needs a lot of cleaning up. You know, sorting through. But it's pretty cool. Very nice. Really, very, very nice. Great for a little family. Or great for an investment. You know, because this could be an assisted living place. It really could be. I think that might have been in Mother's mind when they bought it, because she had talked about doing that. This is a 4-bedroom house. There's just a lot of stuff. I got a song playing in my head, but I don't know what it is. Man down under. Dun, 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 dun. You're speaking my language. Okay, so here is some yogurt. I could use that. Right now I could use that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put you in the fridge. I'll just stick you right there. That way I can open this up. Okay. I'm just gonna open the whole thing up. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to have to take this in there. And Dad's going to want the pineapple because it's really good. So this is Activia, whatever. Probiotics, prebiotics. Okay, it says prebiotics. And these say fiber. So maybe they just say different names. Okay. So all I know is I have, here I'll show you. They're little, okay. They're little teeny things. So I had pineapple yesterday and I kind of raved about it a little bit, so Dad wants it. He likes pineapple too. And he also loves strawberry. So I will do the strawberry and let him have the pineapple. And it will be very nice. Anyway, you guys, I'll get you out of the fridge. Oh. I will, I promise. I will read the second chapter of what's it called? It's about Jesus Christ. Is it Jesus the Christ? Maybe that's what it's called. But anyway, the second chapter is about the pre-existence. So I'm anxious to check that out, see what it has to say. Get in this house for a second. Need my arm, my hand. Dad's house is so warm. Okay, let's see what he wants to do. Ow. Listen, you. Do you want one of these? I brought you a pineapple one if you want it, remember? All right, so can you grab your spoon?
I would like it.
Okay, well, give me a minute. Oh. Oh. Well, I'm doing a video, but I just thought I'd bring you one of these. I'll just put you like that. Okay, you got your spoon.
This guy's doing tricks.
Did I get it right?
Alright. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not doing very good in the eyeball department.
It's a
Okay.
chemical on the hot dog and it interacts with body. So what I do is I just stand there and whatever word I think of gets burned on the hot dog. And then it just
Wow, that is so good.
we can put anything on it. So like name any word.
Okay.
Any word.
Alright, children. That's really good. Superb. It is Activia. And that one was pineapple. I'm gonna have strawberry. I feel good after listening to Dr. William Lee. My hair's all. Because there were things I was thinking we couldn't have, you know, and it's not true. And really, I think if we get to the root of all evil, okay, I was just being funny. In other words, all the things that are affecting us in the adverse way, and the things that we thought were bad aren't. I mean, you know, that instead of stressing so much about it, you can have it. Like the bananas, the things that turn to sugar, fruit that turns to sugar. It's not as bad as we think. There's just something else wrong that we need to fix. And I'm going to enjoy this strawberry. And I started to tell you what I had in my smoothie. That's what that was. I had blueberries, and strawberries were next. And then, I'm not sure, I think I might have put walnuts in next. And anyway, then I put spinach. I bought a thing of spinach and kale, baby spinach and kale in plastic. Anyway, so I got some of that stuffed in my thing. So did I already say walnuts? Because I either did walnuts before or after the leaves. So I'm just saying all these things were in there. And then I cut up an apple. I peeled an apple and then I cut it up in there. What else? Oh, and I did put, because I didn't have, I used unsweetened almond milk, okay? So I didn't use dairy, and I used the Carnation Instant Breakfast Essentials. I don't know if you could read that. But anyway, to give it a little bit of flavor, because you do need some flavor. But anyway, it was really good. So here's the spinach. You know, I just took some of these leaves out, shoved them in there, and walnuts and shoved them in there. It was very good. And then as soon as these kiwis get ripe, we're gonna have at least one a day. But it should be one each a day. And then I was thinking, see, they're hard as a rock right now, but I bet you they're better for you when they're ripe. That's what I think. So, it's still not soft. But I just got these two out of the fridge. So they've got to have a chance to soften up. I need to clean up that too. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is I love Activia, and it's probably, I'm going by the fact that I love it, not the fact that it's good for you. If you can believe the label, when I was looking, I was comparing, okay? Activia has about half the sugar. I mean, it's still probably got too much sugar in it, but it had half the sugar as the other, like the Great Value that has that. Just look at the labels, and then also realize that I'm not an expert, okay? But fructose, what is that? Corn syrup? Well, that right there should give you a clue. Syrup. Let's don't be putting that in our bodies. In the doses that they're giving us, okay? Because just the amount that they put in a drink, a 12 ounce even. You look and see the serving size too, and how many grams of carbs is in that. And think about that before you go putting it in your body. Oh my. Oh my. Anyway, so I should probably let you go. It's 47 minutes. And I'm going to have something over here. I'm going to have Activia. Activia. Let's see. Okay, I tell you what. I'll put you right